He's in the main event as of a couple weeks ago for this weekend's UFC Nashville card. He's Rob Font taking on Cory Sandhagen. So give me your reaction when you found out about this opportunity, which I don't know if opportunity is the right word, but situation is probably the better word.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm at the boxing gym. Coach Tyson comes in and he's just sitting there. I'm like, what's he doing here? Usually I don't see him till Monday. You see him on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and he's there Thursday. I'm like, what's going on? I think nothing of it. Say what's up. We chop it up for a little bit, and then I get to work. I do my bag work, do my pad work, and then at the end he sits me down like, listen, man, Song Yadong's out. I'm not sure exactly what happened with him, but they also need a replacement for Corey. Obviously, Usmar's out. I'm sorry. How you pronounce his name?
Umar, you're good.
Umar. Okay, yeah. Umar's out, and they need somebody to fill in for the main event. Obviously, I'm like, all right, man, this is a great opportunity, but this is definitely something we got to sit down and talk about and think about, and we talked about it. Came at together as a team. We came up with a couple of requests. We went back to the UFC. They said yes to a lot of it, no to some of it, and then we got a main event.
It's one of those rare times where you had a little bit of leverage. If you look at the division, everybody else was pretty much matched up, including yourself until that particular day. So,
Yeah.
what kind of things did you request from the UFC in order to make it happen?
It definitely was a catch weight. I'm a pretty big bantamweight, and those 2 weeks, I definitely needed those 2 weeks to make sure I was on weight. I don't want to like mess up again and show up, obviously not on weight, but I know what that does to your body, and I felt it. So I definitely didn't want to feel that. They took care of us as far as the pay. They really hooked us up. And that was it really. And then a couple little things as far as like helped us out with a couple rentals and Airbnbs and stuff like that. And they just blessed us. And I just want to say thank you to those guys. And yeah, I'm just glad I could kind of help out as far as filling in the main event. But at the same time, it's a huge opportunity. There's a lot more upside to this fight than obviously fighting Song. It does suck. I'm not fighting in Boston, but I've never been to Nashville, so I love traveling, seeing new spots, and fighting in new towns. So I try to like take the positive of it at every situation, and I'm like, this is great. I'm in Nashville now, main event, fighting in another big arena, and again I get to travel. It's pretty cool. We came out here a couple of days earlier. I got an Airbnb on a farm, and just been hanging out, doing a bunch of like just farm stuff all day long. It was pretty cool, and just enjoying the land, enjoying the scenery, and then we obviously got back into Nashville, and haven't really fully got out to explore Nashville yet. I'll probably do a little bit more of that tomorrow, and yeah, then obviously after the fight, I'll really kind of check in and explore Nashville.
So this fight's obviously 5 rounds versus 3 against Song Yadong. Did that make any sort of difference to you? I mean, we've seen you fight. We know you could probably go 10 rounds if need be. But was there any hesitation in that regard?
Um, a little bit as far as like I know I'm in shape for it. We did ask could it be three? Obviously they said hell no. But it was like something that we had to ask about. But I prefer doing 5 rounds with Corey over doing 5 rounds with Sonya Dawn. That guy can crack. So it's kind of like this is the kind of this is a definitely tricky puzzle, but it's not like like any other fight would have been as easy. So it's kind of like this is one of those fights you get in there, you help out the company. They took care of me, and I'm just here to put on a show and get a finish and try to finish a guy that is it's hard to finish. Corey doesn't easy. It's not easy to get him out of there, and I believe the only time he lost by this a finish was Aljo getting choked. So my plan is getting there and either choking him or putting him away and making it entertaining. Put a show on for the fans in Nashville, and obviously get that title shot after this.
Now, before your fight in Miami, I interviewed you on the Friday. I don't know if it was because you had a bunch of coffee, but you were like peaking. It seemed on that day. Is that a Friday thing? Is that why you're a little bit chill today?
Yeah, nah, definitely a little chill today. Yeah, that Cuban coffee in Miami just hits differently, man. It was I was zoned out, and that was awesome. Hopefully they got some of that out here in Nashville. And are you gonna be out here?
No, I'm here in Toronto. I would love to go to Nashville. It'd be a fun city to explore, but not that that's what I do during fight week for the most part. It's nice to get a little bit of a walk in here and there, but I would love to visit Nashville one day.
Pretty cool town so far. But Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of good things. I got a lot of good recommendations too, as far as food and spots to go to. So I'll keep you up to date how nice this town is.
I'm not sure how big country music is with you, but apparently there's a lot of good country music in Nashville.
Believe it or not, I like country music. I was supposed to go to the Luke Holmes concert in Boston before I got this fight. Then once I got this fight, Tyson was like, "Nah, you can't go, bro." Like, but I had tickets and everything. But Kathy, my fiance, she's real big on country and yeah. So we've been jamming out all week, man. We got a whole playlist and everything.
All right, well you're living the city. You're taking in the vibe and getting used
Yeah,
to it because it's such a sudden change.
100%, man. I'm trying to try to really just throw myself into the country, into this whole Nashville vibe, and I think we're doing great with it.
Well, you have to embrace it. I mean, you were supposed to fight in Boston. The UFC haven't been to Boston in what, like 4 years, something like that. Might even be longer. And I'm sure
Yeah.
you've been waiting for that homecoming for some time. So it's probably a bit of a letdown. At the same time, it seems like you're really looking at the brighter side of things and embracing being in a new city.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like obviously, it sucked. It had been a little more convenient to fight in Boston and sleep in your own bed and all that. But it's just when I'm the type of guy to try to look at the positives and this is big, a lot of upside, new town to travel, um, new food to eat and new experiences and it's always good to kind of get out with the team and create those memories and those moments.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, when I cover the UFC when it's in Toronto, I like to think it's nice to be at home and I get to sleep in my own bed, but it doesn't feel like a fight week. Like I feel like being on the road is a different feel for an event rather than being at home. When you have that comfort of your own bed, I feel like it doesn't take you into a different kind of zone. I don't know if you've experienced that before.
And I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Like I had to ratchet up a little bit more when I did fight in Boston. The couple times I did, there are always people hitting you up nonstop for like tickets and all that type of stuff. And then there is a little bit more pressure knowing that like everybody there's trying to see you win, and in their minds you already won. There's nothing you can nothing that you could tell them that they don't think that you're going to win. So like there is a lot of pressure, but it is pretty cool to kind of fight in that garden, man. That feeling of fighting out there is pretty cool. But it is what it is. I've done it already. It's pretty. Actually, my first UFC event was at the Garden, and Connor fought McGregor. I'm sorry, when Connor fought Max Holloway. So I've been there as far as a fan, and I've been there as far as an athlete too. So I know what it is. I know I'm not missing out on much. I'm not missing out on much, but yeah, I'm taking full advantage of this Nashville thing.
How's progression been with Calvin? I know he was not really planning on fighting this year. Was wondering how he's coming along.
He's good. He's good. He's moving well. He's actually he was training today. He was moving around a little bit with Bilal Muhammad, just kind of like nice and light. He's looking good. PT's good. He just got back from Colombia getting some stem cells, so he's right on track. Mentally, he's prepared. I'm sorry, mentally he's strong. We just gotta like make sure he doesn't do too much too early, but he's ready, man. I'm excited for his next fight and excited to see who he gets matched up with.
It's probably the toughest thing for him is to take it easy. I'd imagine. I mean, it's the guy was running businesses, fighting all the time, taking short notice fights. I imagine that this year has probably not been easy on him, but probably a good change for him to kind of take a step back and look at his career from the outside looking in.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the hardest part for all of us to kind of not do too much and take your time. And it's easy to say just wait and hang out and not do much when you're always around it. He has a bunch of fighters around him right now out here. He's always watching us train and to not like want to just help out and be there. It's hard, but he's doing real good at it. Good job with it, and I'm proud of him.
When do you think is a realistic timetable to see him back? If you know the answer to that.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I know he just got the stem cell done, so he's kind of recovering from that. I know he's a little sore, but he's still recovering from that. So, but but he's looking good. He's sharp. He's got that itch, and whenever he does get whenever he's like got an official date, it's just gonna be all it's gonna be all go from there.
When you look at your past opponents, who do you think Cory Sandhagen is, I guess, compares most favorably to? Obviously, it's a fresh matchup for you, but it seems like the kind of matchup that I think both of you are going to kind of embrace. It's a fun stylistic matchup both ways.
Yeah. Man, this is this is kind of like I think not too many people move the way Corey moves. Not too many people switch their stances the way he does. So I would say I haven't really fought somebody with his style, but I sparred a lot of guys like him, a lot of boxers that move like him, and I'm prepared for it. He has a tricky style, fun style. He kicks, he switches his stance, he's nonstop with those jumping knees, and he'll even jump in there and or shoot some takedowns as well. So this is just a well-rounded, tough fight, like I'm used to. They're all tough. You just got to figure out that timing, that pace, and once I lock in on that, I think I'm gonna have my way with them.
All right, well, we're really looking forward to it. A really exciting fight headlining this weekend's UFC Fight Night card. Get some Cuban coffee in you on Friday, maybe Saturday. Get that caffeine flowing through your veins, and best of luck against Cory Sandhagen on Saturday. I always love speaking with you.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on.